So the next one we're going to take a look at here is creating our own custom template. So we created our monthly budget spreadsheet. Now I want to use that next year, right? Rather than building it all from scratch, we'll turn that into a template that we can then create new documents based on. Let's take a look. So I've still got the loan schedule template open. I'm just going to go ahead and close that, and I'm not going to save it. Just do away with it. Let's get back to our monthly budget, the one that we created together. Now, I don't want to destroy the one that I'm currently working on. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a copy of the monthly budget worksheet, and I'm going to move it into a new workbook and turn that into a template. Okay? So I'm going to right click on monthly budget, the tab down at the bottom, and I'm going to go to move or copy. Inside the move or copy interface, I'm going to say move selected sheets to a new workbook. Okay? And I'm not going to move it, but I'm going to create a copy. So I'm going to make sure that I check that box for create a copy, and I'll hit OK. All right, so this is going to open up a brand new workbook. You can see that it's currently called Book 1 up there. If I move that out of the way, you can see we got our old existing one in the background. Now, this is the one that I'm going to turn into a template. Now, before I turn it into a template, I'm going to modify it a little bit. I'm going to delete out the values, the monthly bill amounts. I'm going to keep the totals and the percentage and the min-max average count because those are all calculations. I want the users to have those calculations. So I'm going to delete out C5 to E9. Let's just get rid of those right there. Now you can see that some of our formulas errored out on us, right? That's because this is the div/0 error. That's a divide by 0. Mathematically, you cannot divide by 0. So it gave us an error. Later on in the course, we're going to talk about the if error function, and we'll see how to fix something like this. So put it in the back of your head, right? Errors, oh, it's not good. It's a legitimate error because we have no data there, but I don't want it to display an error because it doesn't look very professional. Maybe I just want a hyphen or a 0 or something like that. So think about that for later on. We'll talk about the if error function. Okay? Now, this is looking good. This is what I want to turn into a template. When users use it, they can open it up and just start plugging in their data, and the formulas start populating for them. All right. So now to actually turn it into a template, we're going to go up to our File tab. We're going to do a Save As, and I'm going to hit the Browse link here at the bottom. This opens up our Save As window. Now, very important, very important. We talked about file types much earlier in this course. Your default file type inside of the later versions of Excel, the newer versions, is .xlsx, or an Excel workbook. There's actually several different types. To save this as a template, we need to save the type, or change the type. So if I go to the little drop down here, there is one for Excel template. So by changing it to an Excel template, it did take us to a different directory. And this is another important part. You want to make sure that it takes you to the Custom Office Templates directory. By saving it here, Excel knows where it's at, and you'll be able to find it super easy. If you save it someplace else, you'll have to go search for it every time you want to use it. So you see that I've already got a couple of monthly budget ones in there. Let's give this a new name. I'm just going to call it monthly budget. I've already got 01, 02. I'm going to say 03. You can call it whatever you like. And I'm going to go ahead and save it. All right, there it is. I've saved it as a template. You can see up above, it's got its new name, monthly budget 03. And I'm going to close it. Whoop, gone. All right, so the next year rolls around. I got to create a new budget for that year. Well, rather than creating it from scratch or opening up your old budget and modifying it to get it ready for the next year, right? I'm going to go to my File tab. I'm going to go to New, where we found the templates. But now, because you saved it in the Custom Office Templates directory, you should now have a personal link inside there. If I go to Personal, my monthly budget 03 right there. There's my previous ones. I'll go ahead and select monthly budget 03. And there it is. Brand new document. It's called monthly budget 03, but it's got a 1 next to it because it's actually a brand new document. It's a new workbook based on the template. We're not modifying the template. This is the file created based on the template. So if I start filling in the data, 1200, 1200, 1200, that's too much for rent, phone, right? The calculations are now populating in there. My chart is starting to populate and it's looking good. I didn't have to create all of the behind the scenes, all the formulas, all the formatting. I just plug in my data and off I go. The next year rolls around, same process. File, new, go to your templates, pull your budget. You got a new blank budget document. You just start filling in your data. Very cool. It's like having your personal copy machine ready for you, right? Throw your template, throw your file into the copy machine, spits out a copy of it. You fill out the new one. You need a new one, create a copy, fill it out, and so on. You've got your templates. Save you loads of time, right? Don't build it from scratch. You've already done it once. Save it as a template. File, save as, change the file type, Excel template, and you're good to go.